She's the author of Losing It, the Semi-Scandalous Story of an Ex-Virgin, which she'll be reading an excerpt from. Please welcome the wonderful Danielle Sepulveres.
Okay, I'm going to talk loud instead of using a microphone because on my way here my mom was like, talk loud so I can hear you. So I wrote this book and it's a memoir about losing my virginity and all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm going to read you a little bit from the beginning and then I'm going to skip to the sex stuff because my mom's here, so let's all be uncomfortable together. So I have no idea how other people go about making decisions regarding their virginity, how long to hold on to it, who to lose it to, or even if they care about when and where it happens. I can remember an episode of Beverly Hills 90210, the original, not the skanked anorexic version, when I was growing up, that depicted main characters Brenda and Dylan deciding to have sex on prom night. It was all so romantic and perfect until a few episodes later when Brenda was peeing on a stick and dramatically telling Dylan she just wasn't ready to be sexually active. And in school, health class began in my 4th grade. So from age 9 forward, the AIDS epidemic, teen pregnancy, and gonorrhea were paraded before our impressionable young minds. I seriously think that health class in my middle school was designed to scare the sex drive right out of you. Our textbooks depicted graphic images of STDs, and even if you had a strong will or major horniness, to dismiss the STD statistics, there was always the miracle of birth video, which should be renamed the video that will make you never want to have children ever. The image of that video has been tattooed on my brain for more than a decade. A very hairy vagina, expanding to a size I swear God never intended, a slimy, snot-covered creature appearing, and then a huge jellyfish-looking sack of blood sliding out. You really can't get better birth control than that. I suppose I attribute a lot of different things to why I waited until I was in my early 20s. My own paranoia that grew out of paying too much attention in middle school and high school health class, my idiotic decision to take biology of human sexuality in college, my mother's insistence that when I liked a guy to just be friends, don't sleep with him. And ultimately, my belief that I would have the gut instinct telling me when I met the right guy. So looking back, it is no wonder I ended up in therapy. Hey Dad, what does immaculate conception mean? I was staring out the car window at a church we were passing. All the other churches I knew were named after a saint. My dad coughed and cleared his throat. Immaculate conception. Yeah, it means, it's part of the Virgin Mary, it has to do with, oh, Bible stuff, I interrupted? Yes, Bible stuff. He still sounded uneasy and I didn't understand, but I decided I would change the subject because being a cashew, half Catholic, half Jewish, I had been able to opt out of attending school. Unlike most of my friends, anything Bible related was really foreign to me. Then there was the movie Adventures in Babysitting, a favorite for any female growing up in the 80s. Elizabeth Shue's character discovers her boyfriend cheating on her, and to justify himself, he makes a flippant comment about how her legs are locked together at the knee. At this point, I questioned each of my parents as to what Bradley Whitford's character meant, but I was shushed and told to be quiet and just watch the rest of the movie. But my favorite moment where my parents are concerned in relation to sexual activity was the talk I was privy to the week before I left for college. The 3 of us were about to embark upon our umpteenth trip to Bed Bath & Beyond for more egg crates or some shit, when my mom decided she would remain home. I think I'll just stay here. You 2 go, she said, looking at my father with a weird expression and speaking far too loudly. Then she hugged me and whispered in my ear, "Father wants to talk to you, just you and him." She let go of me and I stumbled back as she hurried back into the house. The ride to the store uneventful, as was the actual shopping, while we discussed details of my upcoming move into the dorms at the University of Delaware. But the ride home took a turn for the awkward when my father grew silent and I could sense we were about to have an uncomfortable father-daughter moment. So he cleared his throat. I just want to tell you, you need to be careful when you go to college. And he shifted in his seat. A little confused at first, I responded thinking he was referring to partying and underage drinking. Don't worry, Dad, I know, I got this. Don't drink too much, don't put a drink down, walk away and pick it back up again. No, I'm not talking about that, he said. Then he paused. Then I sat there and thought, uh-oh, I know where this is going. We sat there quietly, just the sounds of Cousin Brucey on the radio breaking the silence. My father cleared his throat again for a second attempt. I just think you should know, another long pause. Then it all came out in a rush. AIDS will kill you and herpes is forever. He relaxed back in his seat, visibly relieved to get the words out. I said, okay. And then we rode in silence. Let's get into the sex now. Hey, are you leaving work? Matt's voice could always lull me into submission. There was something so sexy about it, I could never explain it. He always just sounded like he was in bed and calling to get you to hop in and join him. Yeah, I'm leaving, what's up? I did my best to sound all nonchalant. He wasn't fooled. Well, I'm leaving too, he said, and I thought you could come by and hang out for a little bit before you left for the beach. Here it was, my perfect opportunity to say no fucking way and not be this weak girl I'd grown to despise. I felt like Carrie Bradshaw in that episode of Sex and the City, where Mr. Big follows her into the elevator trying to kiss her and she keeps cursing at him until she finally gives in. My head was saying no, but my heart, or the need to be irrational, won. Okay, I'll meet you at your house, I said. I spent the drive over there trying to accomplish the feat of not thinking. I was not successful. All I could think was that my next session with my therapist, and clearly having to admit what I did today, along with how late I was going to be getting down to the beach. All of my friends were aware of my typical early Friday departures and might ask questions. Once again, here he was, making my life difficult, and I was allowing him to do it. When I arrived, we wasted no time. We barely said hello, and he was tugging my shirt over my head, half pulling, half carrying me to the bedroom. We never stopped kissing, not even to catch our breath. I was completely caught up, finally achieved a state where no thought existed except heat, passion, and two bodies, and all of a sudden a voice penetrated the mindless haze I was in. But not Matt's voice, a child's voice. We both froze. There I was, completely naked, on top of him, neither one of us moving an inch, staring at each other, wondering where the source of the voice was coming from. I don't know, Grandma. Uncle Matt's car is in the drive. I jumped up and started grabbing for his clothes. The voice came frighteningly close, right outside Matt's bedroom window. As Matt scrambled to get dressed, I tried to peek through the blinds to see who it was. My nephew, he mouthed at me, throwing him out, or just wait here, I'll get rid of him. Shit, I was panicked. All he needed was his 9-year-old nephew telling the whole family he had caught us together in the middle of the day, especially given Matt had this whack job of a brother and an oddball mother who never quite warmed up to me. Every conversation she and I ever had centered around how Matt was the most wonderful person and he deserved the best of everything. He was clearly the favored child out of her 4 sons, which may have explained his partially deranged brother. Matt always said his nephew had a big mouth. At their last Christmas dinner, he held up a Victoria's Secret catalog in front of everyone and asked Matt why it had my name and address on it and why certain pages were folded over. Although I guess it's better than asking why the pages were sticky. Where the hell is my shirt? Oh my God, it must be somewhere out in the living room. I looked around and grabbed a sleeveless shirt lying on the floor and threw it on, but the 2 sides were gaping holes with a huge view of my naked chest. I heard Matt tell Andrew he wanted to show him something outside, so I ran from his room into the bathroom. All this stress was making me have to pee. After I was done, I realized there was no way I could casually walk out in this outfit. I would just have to wait in the bathroom. I heard them come back to the house. I slowly pushed the door until it was almost shut, just so it wouldn't make any noise. Then I went to the opposite end and sat on the bathroom counter listening. 2 seconds later, the bathroom door started to open. No. But before I could react, I saw a black snout, 2 curious eyes, and pointed ears peek around the bathtub. Oh, thank God, Lucky, it's just you. Lucky was their sweet mixed-breed dog, so old she could barely walk anymore. She shuffled towards me with her stiff gait, still wagging her tail, despite her tumor-ridden body and arthritic legs. I knelt down to pet her when all of a sudden she squatted. Turds the size of chihuahuas. Oh no, Lucky, please don't, please, oh God, stop. The smell was so horrendous, probably from all her medication. I started gagging. I pulled my shirt over my head. It didn't help. I ran to the window, but it wouldn't open. The poor dog was in distress, going to different corners of the bathroom and letting more poop fly. I could barely breathe and I was choking on the foul stench, and I decided I just needed to get the hell out of here. Who cared that my boobs were hanging out the sides of the shirt? For once in my life, I thank God for only endowing me with a barely D-cup chest. Tentatively, I started making my way around the poop to get to the door, when once again the door started to open. Don't open it, I yelled, there's stuff everywhere. What are you talking about? Matt peered in at me, confused, as he swung the door all the way open right into one of Lucky's fresh piles, smearing it across the floor along the bottom of the door. He looked at the poop, then he looked at me, then he looked at the poop again, then he smiled. He started laughing. He pointed at me, shaking with laughter. You were stuck in here with all of this shit? I smiled. It was kind of funny. I looked around. It got funnier. I laughed harder. And then I realized even his own dog, who was supposed to be loyal, was saying, girl, you are surrounded by shit.